Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. What I am going to show you all how to do today is basically take this numerical data in this income statement I have provided for you all. Just a little disclosure, this is not a real income statement. I created it based off a business called Jake's Brownies that I made up. My last name is Brown, so I figured keep it short, simple, sweet, and funny. Um, so for those who don't really have, a financial background, this is a very, very basic income statement. So what I did was I created some revenue, some expenses, and I solved for the profit for a span of 5 years for this fake company, Jake's Brownies. Um, Oftentimes in a business, a financial analyst or an accounting analyst will be tasked to convert numerical data into a nice looking graph or a chart. It makes it easier for presentations, both to a team or even a boss. So I want to show you guys how to do that today. So we go up here to our toolbar. When you're working with Excel, this pretty much becomes your best friend. Um, you have your layout, your tables, your charts, what we're using today, SmartArt, formulas, data, review, and developer. This is pretty complicated, so we're going to only stay with charts today. So first step in this situation is we need to highlight this data. That is probably the most essential piece because if you don't highlight the data, Excel is not going to pull the numbers and transfer them to the chart, so your chart is pretty much going to be empty. So now that we highlighted the data, what I want to do is I want to create a 2D clustered column. But before I do that, I just want to show you guys there are other options for creating a chart as well. You can go with a line chart, a pie chart, a bar graph, an area chart, and a scatter plot. There are a few others, so it's very diverse to say the least, which I find awesome. So, anyways, we're gonna go to 2D column chart, and when I extract the column chart, I get a pretty messy. I apologize. I get a pretty messy graph. My x-axis is the characteristics, the revenue, the expenses, the profits, and my values are the years. Now it just doesn't make sense to me. If I were to present this to a team or my boss, I'd probably get some negative reviews. So what can we do to fix that? Now, in this version of Excel, all I would do is go to select data. But in the 2007 version of Excel or earlier, what you would do is you would right click this white area and you would click select data. So we're going to click select data, and as complicated as this looks, it's very simple. Our problem here, and your problem in most tables like this that are formatted similar, is going to be that your rows and columns were opposite. So basically, Excel took the revenue, the expenses, and put them on the x-axis, while they took the year values and put them as the values. So this is a very easy fix. All we have to do here is go to switch row and column. So we're just going to click that, and voila, you have a very clean graph. As you could see, the years are on the x-axis, which I want. The numerical values are on the y-axis, and year by year, it tells me the revenue, my expenses, and my profit. So hopefully, in an ideal business, we want to see the blue and the orange growing. So let's say I were to present this to my boss, or even a consulting team, or a team who wants to buy your firm. Seeing these bars, the blue and the orange bars, increase over time is a great indicator of business health. Um, Now, in efforts to making this graph look a little cleaner, I could go over here, chart quick layouts, and I'm just going to click layout 1. It gives me the option to put in a title. So I'm going to call this 5-year income analysis. Or you know what? We'll call it Jake's Brownies 5-year performance. There we go. Now it looks, to me, a lot better. I would feel a lot more confident presenting this to someone. Other options you guys could do to make it look even more cleaner, you guys can go with a 3D cluster column. And what that looks like, to me, it looks pretty cool, pretty futuristic. I can make this bigger if I want to. I mean, on a PowerPoint slide, this would look really good in my opinion. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at jbrown04@syr.edu. Once again, that's jbrown04@syr.edu. I know, people who aren't familiar with these kind of income statements and Microsoft Excel as a whole, it may be challenging and some issues may arise. So please feel free to reach out, and thank you for tuning in.